Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how Black Panther Wakanda Forever fans complains about Avengers plot hole in new sequel. So let's read, because I'm actually interested. Must have missed something here, because if there was any Avengers plot holes, I must have missed it. So this definitely caught my eye because I want to know. Let's read. Marvel fans have complained about the alleged plot hole in the newly released sequel, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The film follows on from 2018's hit blockbuster Black Panther, as sees the character grapple with the death of King T'Challa, played by the first film by the late Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda Forever was warmly received by critics, including the independent Chrissy Lawgry, who wrote in her first four-star review. The film is certainly not without the occasional dodgy bit of CGI, the prerequisite for belonging in the MCU, it seems, but there is more than enough wit, beauty, and imagination in Wakanda Forever to outweigh its weaknesses. However, some viewers have taken issue that the way that Wakanda Forever ties into the events of Infinity War and Endgame. The issues concerns the ending of Avengers Infinity War. In that film, downbeats climax, Josh Brolin's villainous Thanos enacted the blip that eradicated half of all life in the universe. Well, the blip, which was reversed after 5 in-universe years during the events of Endgame, has been addressed in many of the Marvel Cinematic Universe subsequent films and series. It was not a major plot point in Wakanda Forever. Moreover, many fans have raised questions about the lack of effect of the blip seemed to have had on Wakandan life, questioning why there was only now a pressing effort to fill the role of Black Panther, when the country's protector had previously been dead for 5 years during the blip. Actually, I didn't think about that. Before I read, I have to say it's probably because the smartest person there was also gone too, being Shuri. So I don't know if they were able to recreate the flower, but that could have been But yeah, even then, yeah, there is an issue. Regardless if Shuri was the smartest person and the quote unquote the only one that was able to recreate the flower that gives people the Black Panther powers, that is an issue. And I can see why fans have that issue. Let's keep reading. Others also question how the film failed to address how the big blip had factored into the underwater nation of Telecon, run by Namor, Wakanda Forever's villain. Fans shared their thoughts on the subject on social media. Gabbing plot hole in hashtag Wakanda Forever, one person wrote. T'Challa Psych was already dead for... Oh, T'Challa. They spelled T'Challa with a O besides an I. Anyways. T'Challa was already dead for the last 5 years. What was Wakanda doing in his absence before that? Probably his mother was ruling. Who was the Black Panther during that time? Do they have one? Seems like they want or need one. And another one says, why was this only resolved after T'Challa came back and then died? Wouldn't the nation have mourned his loss and come up with a means of succession? Seems like they just forgot the Marvel continuity and wrote this completely as if Wakanda existed outside of it. And another one says, I need more than a quick mention of Thanos in Black Panther 2, who ran who ran Wakanda during the blip? Did they have a funeral for T'Challa? Um, we went through a film that about mourning with T'Challa, but nothing on how he literally died twice before. You know what? That line kind of has a point because he died in the first one, or nearly died. Everybody thought he died, and in the I get that with the Wakanda aspect, they didn't have a funeral per se, so I can kind of excuse them not having a funeral for T'Challa in the first film. But then, like the next time we see T'Challa, which was in Infinity War, we saw him get erased. So in that 5 years, I have to agree. Like in the first one, I'm kind of excusing. The second one time, he was gone for like 5 years. So did he have a funeral? Was this his first funeral, or was like this is second? They did not address that, and I can see where that specific one comes into play. The whole we went through a film with mourning with T'Challa, but nothing on how he literally died twice before. Because I would think like they would like Siri would say on the same terms of like what Thea Queen said about Oliver Queen in the Arrow show. You'll come back. You died before. You'll come back. I like playing back. It would be logical if someone said, "Yeah, T'Challa will come back. He will come back. He's not dead permanently. He'll come back." I don't know something. I don't know something like to disbelieve his death and to acknowledge that yeah he did technically die before and he came back. I don't know. That's just me. And the last one says the blip was Namor and his people not affected. It would seem to be a better motive to come to the surface than the one they use. That's also true. I can see that. So all these criticisms I can see and understand. Like I said, I think that they should have like I'm still on the team where they should have like had T'Challa recasted. I seriously don't think that Chadwick would have minded, but hey, that's just me. But there's the plot holes that fans are complaining about, and honestly, I can see what they're coming from. But with that said, my goofy ass is going to shut up now. What do you guys think about this article? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And I'll talk to you fellow mutuals later. Later, taters.